Hi, Chef Jessica here. Today's video is going to be all about hacking your way through midlife weight loss. In your 40s and 50s, we are often giving and giving to everyone else, and so it doesn't leave a lot of time and energy for ourselves. I'm Chef Jessica Leibovich. I have been a personal and professional chef for over 2 decades, and I have worked with professional athletes, I've worked with CEOs, I've worked with families with allergies, I've worked with many people with health conditions, and I help them reach their goals. I decided I needed a transformation too. That was about 6 or 7 years ago. And my clients inspire me in this. They are truly inspiring. But what I learned is that we no longer can do the things that we used to do in our 20s and 30s. We have to change our strategy, and it has to align with ourselves. Women are actually their most beautiful and sexy selves in their 40s and 50s, but a lot of times we don't claim that. It's your job to claim that, take your power back, and be your best self. But oftentimes we just don't have the energy or time to make it happen, or we think we're supposed to do the old strategies, and so we push and push and push, but it doesn't work. You cannot push your way there any longer. You have to learn the strategies that is effective for your body. And it's going to be different for everybody, but in this video, I'm going to show you some things that have truly helped me maintain a 20-pound weight loss, glow up into the best version of myself while running a business, being a mom with no partner, and having no support. So I don't have a lot of time, and I don't have a lot of extra energy for long workouts or intense workouts. I have to use strategy, and so I'm going to share that strategy with you. If you want to hack your way through midlife weight loss, one of the most important things you want to do is look at your food as macros and not calories. So instead of counting calories, count macros. And this is something that we all should do because it just is proper nourishment. It just makes sure that you're getting the right amount of what you need. And that is how you get to the holy grail of intuitive eating. You can't get there unless you know what you need. It's just proper knowledge. So it doesn't necessarily mean tracking obsessively, but it just means being authentic and being honest and knowing how much fat you're getting in a day, how many carbs you're eating in a day, and how much protein you're getting. And macros are not a specific exact science. You can do an overall macro guesstimate for the week. So let's say, you want to have a treat day, or you want to go out one day and have dinner. You can build that into your macros. And that's what I call the puzzle method that I created. And I teach you how to do that in my no deprivation guide to weight loss over 40. So if you need support with that, I have that out there for you. But understanding that your macros are going to be truly the number one key to help you get to that midlife glow up, the best version of yourself, and also give you that deep knowing of what you need to nourish yourself. And this is a forever tool. It's something you will use for the rest of your life. Hack number 2 is a very special and effective hack. And I want to really break down some of the myths around it. Hack number 2 is fasting. And I'm sure everybody has heard of fasting, and there's so many different types of fasting. I know I used to hear about it and think, no way, I am not going to not eat for a period of time. I felt like it was so difficult, especially as a chef who is around food every day. But now that I have come to understand about it a little bit more, and I know the benefits, I implement it about once a month if possible. And you can do it at your own rate. You can do it a few times a year, and it really is up to you how you want to do it. There are water fasts, there are juice fasts. I did one time a watermelon fast for 3 days where that's all I ate. I've done water fast where I just do like a 24-hour water fast. But another really popular method of fasting is intermittent fasting. And I personally believe all of us in our midlife should be intermittent fasting every single day. When you think about eating like putting miles on a car, understand that when you do intermittent fasting, you are giving your body a break. You are letting your organs rest. And so it's more than just weight loss. It actually triggers cell turnover. It reduces inflammation. And believe it or not, it gives you some mental clarity. So people have used fasting for hundreds of years. It's even in the Bible. And so understand that it is a healthy thing, but you want to do it correctly. You can do it with just a liquid fast, or you could just do light proteins or light greens. It's up to you, but implementing fasting in your routine will truly help you get to your midlife weight loss faster. It's a great hack. Hack number 3 is actually one of my favorite things in the world, and it's calisthenics. Calisthenics was something that sounded very confusing to me when I first heard about it, but now that I know about it, it's actually the most beautiful and simple thing that we can use anywhere at any time. So understand that I mentioned before, the old methods that we used to use in our 20s and 30s, they just no longer work. And that is not just food, it's exercise as well. We cannot push our way through any longer. I used to love doing heavy weights, and it really got me in shape fast. But over time, my chronic pain from injuries in my youth have gotten so bad that I actually cannot do that. Sometimes I physically will not be able to walk the next day. And that's not something I talk about a lot, but I suffer with chronic pain, and it's something I deal with every single day. So all of these techniques that I'm teaching you, understand that I'm able to do them with my chronic pain, with my busy lifestyle, and also they help me. They help me be a better version of myself. So calisthenics is something that you can do anywhere, anytime. You don't need a gym. It is one of the most effective forms of exercise as we age. Think of things like push-ups, squats, planks, lunges. Those are things that you can do anywhere, anytime. So one of my hacks is combining fasting with calisthenics. And this is something that works so well, and I don't hear anybody talk about it, and I want you to know how effective it is. Okay, when you combine the calisthenics with intermittent fasting, your body utilizes your reserve, okay? So think of it this way. If your last meal is at like 6 or 7 at night, and you are not eating again until 10 or 11 the next morning, and you do your calisthenics at 9 o'clock at night or 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock the next morning, your body is actually so ready to burn calories and burn fat. So what I do, and this is a really fun hack, is either right before bed or right when I wake up, I do at least 20 push-ups, 1 minute of plank, and like 20 squats. It literally takes 2 minutes. And if I do that, sometimes that will be all the exercise I need to do for the day. Because if you are eating properly and nourishing yourself combined with intermittent fasting, these calisthenics lean you out so fast. So you don't need to push through at the gym. If you don't have the time or energy, give calisthenics a try and make sure you combine them with the fasting. Hack number 4 might blow your mind, but it's one of my favorite things to utilize when my eating goes off the rails. You can also use this like if you're coming back from a vacation or you just want to reset and feel a little slimmer. I know that most of the time what people do is they crash diet or they restrict themselves. And that's something that we used to do in our 20s and 30s that no longer works anymore. So in midlife, this is going to be your new hack. And I call it the red meat reset. And believe it or not, it works so well. So for 3 days only, you just eat red meat. So you can have ground beef, you can have lamb, you can also have eggs, butter, but basically just clean animal protein. You want to make sure it is sourced from the highest quality, grass-fed, organic, pasture-raised. If possible, it definitely makes a difference. But doing this for 3 days, it truly simplifies everything for you. It actually reduces inflammation, it resets your gut, it crushes your cravings completely, and it just kind of gives your digestion a break. So if you feel bloated or kind of yucky or feel like you've plateaued, this is a great hack. In fact, some of my clients are actually making a documentary right now about the benefits of a carnivore lifestyle because it has changed their bodies in a way they never expected. And they've been on this diet for years. That's not something that I could personally do, but I love using my red meat reset as a 3-day hack for midlife weight loss. So here's the thing. You don't need another diet. You need strategy, and you need strategy that actually works for you and your body and your schedule and your age. I hope that you've enjoyed this video because these are the exact tools that I use to have a midlife glow up, to lose over 20 pounds, and I feel like they're going to help you too. I have created resources for you if you need more support. I have an absolutely free grocery glow up reset guide, and it is the top 50 foods to change your body, change your life in your midlife. And if you need more support, I have the No Deprivation Guide to Weight Loss. It's out now, and it truly walks you through my puzzle method. The puzzle method is going to help you understand what you need to eat to maintain your weight. And in that, I include spreadsheets with actual menu plans that you can utilize yourself, or you can adjust and put your own foods and macros in there. I offer free support with the No Deprivation Guide to Weight Loss, and it's only $47. So if you want to get snatched for the summer, I highly recommend you check it out. As I said, I've worked with many, many clients over the years, and I'm now sharing the information that has worked for them and has worked for me to everybody. So no more gatekeeping. I've really enjoyed sharing these hacks with you. I hope that you have enjoyed them as well. And until the next video, see you soon.